Hey everybody! I'm so excited because today starts a very special set of videos on my channel. So starting today, my friend Scrapping Amy and I are going to have for you a hybrid boot camp. So what is hybrid scrapbooking? Hybrid scrapbooking is when you take collections meant for digital scrapbookers, and instead of using them to make digital scrapbook pages, we use a printer and we print them. And then once we have all of these beautiful embellishments and papers printed, we scrapbook with them physically. I just started getting into this type of medium probably 6 to 8 months ago. I have been doing it now for quite a while. If you watch my channel, every time I do a hybrid layout, someone has a question. What printer to use? What paper do you use? How do you do this? So I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. I am a Canon girl, but my friend Amy is an Epson girl, and she does the same thing with hybrid scrapbooking. So together we are going to give you tips, tricks, all the how-tos, everything you need to be able to know what products to buy, what printers we each like, whether you are a Canon person or an Epson person, we have a printer for you. And just everything, what apps to buy or what apps to purchase or what apps to just download. Most of the ones I use are free. So we're gonna go through all of this. So my take on being a hybrid scrapbooker is this. If you know me, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I don't do anything that is hard. Nothing hard. If I can't do it quickly, easily, preferably from my phone, I'm out. So trust me when I say if I can do this and be comfortable with it, anyone can do it. Right now we have 5 videos planned. That may change as we go through the series, and as people ask questions, we might find that our subscribers are asking questions that we haven't thought of, that we haven't thought to go ahead and talk about in this series. None of the videos are going to be super long because we're breaking it down very, very easily and step by step. So now I'm going to flip the printer around and I'm going to show you the printer that I use. So this is the most asked question I get. What printer do you use? I own a Canon TS9521C. This is a wide format printer, which means it's going to print 12 by 12 pattern papers for me. If you're interested in purchasing the printer like this, I will tell you, do not spend more than $250 for it because it goes in and out of stock at Canon Direct. Sometimes you will find the prices at Amazon to go up really high, or even the prices at other electronic stores, because the stores know that, oh, Canon Direct is out of this printer, so we can jack up our prices. Trust me, this happens. So just be cautious and careful and know that the retail price for this printer is $250, which makes it cheaper than a Silhouette and way more useful. So let's look at all of the bells and whistles. So this lifts up, and then we turn our printer on. Paper can be fed into 2 different slots. So down here, we have a cassette that comes out, and in here, we're going to go ahead and put things that require just plain paper, stuff you're gonna print from your printer that's not colored, that's not important, right? Just what you would normally print with a printer. Okay, so that's just plain paper. The paper comes out of here, and there's this little slot that kind of pulls out so that your paper doesn't end up on the floor. We also have a scanner. Oh, that's not the scanner. Hold on. Scanner's in here. There's the scanner. I do that all the time. So we have a scanner and a copier that's in the printer as well. I personally do not use scanners or copiers, but it's here if you want to use it. Here's what I do use though. Back here, you flip this up, pull this up, and then this comes up, folds back, and this is where we put our 12 by 12 paper. this is where it prints from. Just comes down the tray, pops out on that little tray. There is a sensor that monitors this. So you open this up, put your paper in. For demonstration purposes today, we're going to use photo paper because this is where we put our photo paper or our 12 by 12 paper. And we'll talk about papers in an entire lesson, so don't fret about that. Then we put this down. Once we have our paper in here, we put this down. Now, our screen over here is now going to tell us, is this the paper that you have in your printer? So in our case, it is. We have that paper. That's the paper I use, 4x6, done. But what if it's not? What if that isn't the paper that we have? Let me just get it back to this. Then we're gonna hit change. And now it's gonna give us a list. It's gonna ask us exactly what size paper we have in this back tray. It's also gonna ask us what it is we're printing. Are we printing on cardstock? Are we printing on Canon photo paper? Are we printing on plain photo paper that's not Canon? Sorry about my toes there. So let's go back. In this case, what I have in there is what I see here, so I'm just gonna hit yes. Okay. Now we're ready to go ahead and print something. So let's print something and see how we do that, right? From our phone. I have a iPhone 12 Pro Max, so I'm pretty sure that if you are an Apple person, you shouldn't have any trouble kind of figuring out exactly what I'm going to show you here. If you are an Android person, I'm sorry. And I don't know if, I'm not sure if Amy's an Apple person or an Android person, so I'm not sure. But let's go into my phone and see what we have and how we get this to print. Now, just as an aside before we get started, this printer will hook up to your wireless and it will print, and that's fine. But here's the story. Hold on, I'll flip it around and I'll tell you the story so you can see my face. Okay, so my husband is a technician. That's what he does for a living. So he works on machines like this all the time. When I got this printer, I was determined that I was going to set it up. I was going to figure out how to use it, and I was going to print from it. What that meant was when I started to hook it up to my wireless and trying to get it to talk to my modem and back and forth and all of that, I found it to be too difficult. I couldn't figure it out. But Canon has this thing where you can directly connect any device straight to the printer. It has its own Wi-Fi. So you don't need to hook it up to your wireless unless you want to. I take advantage of that. I hit a roadblock, could not get the printer to talk to my wireless. When I did some research, it was like all these hoops I had to jump through, and I was not interested in that. So for me, I direct connect my phone to my printer, and I have never had a problem. Okay, let's see how we do that. So here's my phone. I'm going to start by going into my settings. Once I have my settings up, I'm going to go to my Wi-Fi. Yep, that's the name of my Wi-Fi. Give it a minute, and what's going to pop up is direct and then the name of your printer, whatever you named it. I named mine Big Mama. It's now going to directly connect to your printer, right? Which is awesome. Now we're going to go back to our screen. Close that up. And now we're going to flip over, and we're going to grab the Canon print app. It's right there at the top. We're going to grab that. We're going to hit photo print. Doesn't matter really what you're printing. If you're printing a JPEG, which is what all of the elements are, then you're going to use that. So we're going to go through here. You're getting a sneak peek at some upcoming layouts here. We're going to go through. We're going to grab whatever photos we want to print. You can print lots of photos. You can print up to 20. But for this one, we're going to print this layout, this sketch. which was from one of my Laura Reimagined sketches. So you want to make sure that your printer is set, like I showed you, for an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then you want to make sure it's bordered. And then you just hit print. It's that simple. So here you can see I'm making sure that I have my settings the way I want them. I'm printing the sketch on plain paper. I'm bordering it so that they don't blow the sketch up, and then I have it like kind of going over the edges. I'll get my square sketch on my rectangle paper, and then we hit print, and that's it. Easy, easy, easy. I do not do anything hard. So head over to Scrapping Amy's channel. You can check out her amazing Epson printer and all the fun things that she does with hers. And we will see you back again next week with some more hybrid bootcamp information. You'll also find a link below. It's an affiliate link to Amazon for the printer that I use. Use it or don't use it, depending on when you hit on the link what the price is, and if you really are interested in getting a printer like this. Have a wonderful day. Bye.